What's up, everybody? I wasn't really planning on doing another live tonight, but I got a question. Um, I got asked for some guidance on getting started on double bass drum, double bass pedal. So I'm going to tell you what I did. See if anybody else jumps on here. Give it another, minute or so. And there's my wife. What's up? So there's not really any right or wrong way to get started with double bass. First of all, no matter what you do, it's going to take time. You got to get. Let me put it to you this way: there's a million techniques out there. Okay, there's heel down, there's heel up, there's sliding your feet on the pedal, there's running on the pedal. There's all kinds of different techniques that people are gonna hit you with. You can look them up for days on excuse me, on the internet. I've gone down that rabbit hole, and trust me, there's everybody has their own sweet spot. Everybody has their way that feels comfortable for them. I kind of incorporate several different ways, and I can't really describe them because I don't know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I only know that I can play double bass decently. And I don't go through a whole freaking tune. I don't use it like that. I use it for accenting. I use it to accentuate different things, fills, and stuff like that. Okay? Cymbal crashes, I might use it to... You know what I mean? To embellish is what I do. I use it to embellish and to accent. I don't go through the whole song. I hate that. So, to get started with double bass, all I really did was just started playing double bass as much as I could. Even songs that didn't have double bass in it, like when I would get to the chorus of a tune. I can tell you one tune that I used to do it to all the time. Kid Rock's First Kiss. If you don't know about the tune, really good tune. Go check it out. Kid Rock's First Kiss and Born Free. Two songs that are very easy to play. They're not difficult tunes. But if you get yourself locked in to something like that that's simple, the other thing you do is a click track. Put a click track in your ear and play to the click track. All right? So what you want to do... what you want to do, though, when you're starting on double bass, okay, to get like started from, all you ever played is single bass. You want to get on double bass, okay? Here is my recommendation. This is how I did it, okay? I don't have this on because it's 7:30. It's 7:30, and I don't want to bug the neighbors, so I don't have this on. But you should be able to hear that. So what I did was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Make your left foot now. Right-handed or left-handed, right foot, left foot, doesn't matter. If your main foot is your left foot, then your right foot's going to be secondary pedal. My left foot is my secondary because my main foot is my right. I'm right-handed, okay? I play right-handed. So, if you count eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, make your other foot the end, okay? Again, 1 and 2. Go slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you see this hand moving on the end. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. It really can be that simple. And do not try to go fast. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I did that when I first started. Started getting a little overzealous, and I went Speedy Gonzalez, and it sounded like shit fell apart. It sounded like shit. Go slow and build it up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and is a great way to start because you're counting and you're giving your other foot, you're giving your secondary foot or the double bass foot. I say that here, let me show you. I say that because I use a double pedal. Let me show you what I mean by this so you guys understand this. So I use a double bass pedal. I don't have a double bass drum. So there's the secondary pedal. There's the main pedal. The main pedal has the beaters on it, obviously. All right? So this is my main foot. My main foot is my right foot. Okay? So this foot is your secondary. All right? So there you go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, what I am going to tell you, hold on. Hit the wrong button. What I am going to tell you, don't get too caught up with where your feet are and whatever, okay? It's up to you if you want to play heel up, heel down. Heel down is more difficult. I can tell you that right now. I can do it to an extent, but I don't play that way. I play heel up because I get more power. A lot of jazzers will play heel down. I don't. I'm a rock guy. I'm rock based. I play heel up. Okay, so what I've done most of the time is I've done what they call running on the pedals. So when I'm playing double bass, I don't want to do this loud because, like I said over there, I'm basically running on the pedals. Okay, now there are a couple different things again that you're going to see, and I don't use these. Now let me take you off of here again. Hold on. So, some people will tell you about the or the slide technique, which is you start here and you slide up. I can't do it because I don't do it that way. It depends on what I'm doing and what I'm playing, whether my foot's here or up here. I do both. It just depends on what I'm playing. Okay? And that, unfortunately, guys, here's where confusion will set in with a lot of beginners. Because it depends on you. It's a feel thing for you. Nobody can tell you this is how it needs to be. No, it's got to be a feel for you. Sort of like holding the sticks. Yeah, you want to hold them so you get that bounce. But I hold my sticks back here sometimes. I can still get bounce. I can still do finger control. I can still get... But sometimes, for a good backbeat, sometimes I'll hold my sticks back here. My stick back here. I don't play matched grip either. I play traditional grip, which is another whole fucking argument. All right? I play traditional grip. Some people say you can't get a good backbeat with traditional grip. Like hell you can't. I do it all the time. Okay? And sometimes I'll move my stick up there. So more in the middle. All right? This one is almost always back here. I don't even hold the stick up here. I hold it almost all the way back here. All right? And I still fly on double stroke rolls. All right? But with double pedal, as long as you get, number one, you got to get balanced on your throne. I've had people ask me that too. Why do I call a drum stool a throne? Because actually in the drumming world, that's what it's called. Believe it or not, it's actually called a throne. It's called a drumming throne. It's not called a drum stool or drum seat. It's actually called a throne. I'm so used to it because I've been playing for over 40 plus years. I'm just used to calling it a throne because that's how I was taught. Okay? So anyway, you need to find your balance point. Because if you're going to do double bass like this, you can't be falling over. So you got to find your balance point. This is the hardest part, believe it or not. That's the hardest part of actually playing double bass. Is finding your balance point. Okay? Once you find your balance point and you decide whether you're going to play heel up or heel down, that's when you start working on it. First, you got to figure out what's most comfortable. Now, the way I recommend you do that, play your drums. If you're a drummer and you're just starting, whether you're just starting out or not, play. But what I want you to do is play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Note how you're using your foot. Don't think about it, just do it. Get behind your kit and play, and then note how you're using your foot. I can tell you right now that my foot is heel up, and I'm about 3/4 of the way up the pad. Now I move back down the pad a little bit. Okay? Play the way you normally play. Just jump behind your kit. Don't think about anything. Jump behind your kit, grab your sticks, and just play a beat. Take note as to what you're doing with your foot. Just watch your foot and see what you're naturally doing. You're not going to think about anything. You're going to naturally start playing the way you normally play. That is going to tell you how you're comfortable. That comfort zone, move it over to this foot. Exact same thing. So let's say you play heel up. Again, the placement on the footboard doesn't make as much of a difference right now. Okay, placement on the footboard, you're going to figure out your placement on your footboard as you start playing more. I want to get you so your feet are going to work together separately. So in other words, independence, coordination. Independence and coordination actually fight each other. But you need to have both to be able to play drums. Okay, so my recommendation would be count 1 and 2 and make 1 your main foot. Okay, if you're right-footed, if you're right-handed, right foot, main foot, make the main foot the right foot. That's 1. Your and is going to be your secondary. 1 and 2 and 3 and let's go slower. Sorry. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and watch my legs. 1 and 2 main and secondary. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and keep doing that. Okay? This is really how you get started on double bass. Double bass is not difficult. It's just you have to train your mind and your body to work together independently. That's the whole problem with drumming. And this is where, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys and gals. This is the point where I see a lot of people quit playing. Trying to separate limbs, make them separate, but work together. Okay? I'm not even going to go into some of the other stuff I do on double bass right now. Just, right now, it's place your feet and just close your eyes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now, if you want to, you can go slow, still go slow, but you could do doubles. Start off from doing that now. Basically what you're doing is you're doing your rudiments. So you have single strokes on the snare drums. Rudiments, single strokes roll. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Have to do these to even be able to play drums. Okay? Then you have doubles. You have triples. You have paradiddles, which is a single and double to get alternating between hands. So 1, 2, right and right, left. There's your single. Right, right, double. Left, right, singles. Left, left, double. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Now, do that exact same thing down there. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 singles. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and doubles. If you want to do triples, you can. I don't. I just go right to paradiddles. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Then go in and out of them. Go in and out of all of them together. So right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. Do a bar of each. If you don't know what a bar is, If you're kind of just starting on drumming, that's fine. A measure is 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. A bar is 4 of those, 4 measures. So it's 16 beats. Okay? Every 2 measures is 8 beats. It's 4 measures, 16 beats. You could do it by measure if you want to. You could do measure by measure. Like you could do a bar of all of them together. Okay? So you could do the first measure would be singles. The second measure you do doubles. The third measure, if you want to do quadruples, you can. Triples, you can. And then the fourth measure, you would do the paradiddle. Or you could just go first measure is singles, second measure is doubles, third measure is paradiddles, fourth measure is maybe back to singles, and then you start it all over again. However you want to do it. But this is how you really get started with double bass. It is very, 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 very important that anything you start on. The other thing is, see my posture? I'm not slouching. I'm not sitting forward. I'm getting my bass. I have my bass now. I have my balance point. Make sure you keep that. Stay straight. Don't slouch. Keep yourself upright. This is how you play drums. Drummers don't slouch. You don't slouch. All right? My snare drum is actually almost in line with my belly button, which is actually where it's supposed to be. I don't have my snare drum really low to where I'm hitting my leg. I at one point in time did, but I changed my whole philosophy of playing. All right? But the other thing you can do, if you're good up here already, you can actually combine them. Excuse me. You can combine them to help you. Like this. Right, left, 1 and 2 and. Doubles. Paradiddle. Single. Double. Okay? So, are there any questions on any of that? I know I threw a lot of information at you, but trust me, this is the best way to get started playing double bass. And you want to try to keep them even. All right? Does anybody have any questions? By the way, hi everybody that's watching. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I was asked this question through Messenger earlier, just a little while ago actually, so I figured I would come on here. Damn it, come on here tonight and show it. Does anybody have any questions about any of that? Oh, well, I'm up here. I'll shut my stuff down. Forgot I had this up. Alright, that can go. That's off. Turn that off. Always turn my mouse off so it doesn't waste the battery. The main thing to remember, any instrument, but especially drums, this is going to be frustrating. Okay? When I was younger, I was very fortunate in the fact that my biological dad, my biological father, was a professional drummer in the 50s and 60s. So I was literally born with sticks in my hands. I was able to play by the time I was 6 months old. Seriously, I was beating on pots and pans by the time I was... And actually making, like rhythms, not just going, like I see kids going. I wasn't doing that. I was... Stuff like that. Like, I was actually making little beats. I was a natural. By the time I was 4 years old, my mom and dad had bought me my first drum set. Because my dad was giving drum lessons at a music store. And had bought me a little miniature kit that they had that was supposed to be a window display. Well, he bought it for me. And so I've been playing since I was like 4 years old, like an actual drum set. My first beat I ever learned was, and then my second beat was, it's a different bass drum displacement, all right, or bass drum placement. So my dad actually taught me those two rhythms, and he taught me a jazz beat. That's it. I'm basically, for the most part, lesson free. I did take lessons from a guy for a while, but to be honest with you, and it's not his fault, I was just the type of kid that I didn't want to listen to anybody. Like, I know how to read a little bit, but I don't really read. I enjoy playing by feel and by hearing. All right? I prefer writing my own music. I write lyrics. I'm a lyricist. I help with arrangements. I do play a little bit of rhythm guitar, and I write drum parts. So I personally would rather write my own material than play covers. Now, I play covers. I play covers on here live for you guys as entertainment. I will go out and play covers, but I don't want to be in a cover band. I want to be able to write and play covers. All right? But I want to do more writing than covers. So, I, believe it or not, that's actually a disadvantage, being a natural. Because when I was growing up, I didn't have to freaking touch my kit. I could go weeks, hell, I could go months without playing. I jump behind a kit, I'm right back in the saddle. You can ask my wife. The very first time she ever saw me play, I didn't even have a drum set at the time. I hadn't been playing in months. It was months. And the first time she took me to Guitar Center, I jumped behind a kit, and there everybody's like, holy shit, like, I can play. So being a natural has its benefits, but then it has its negatives. But the point of the matter is, I was very fortunate in the fact that when I was younger, I did the whole I want to be a rock star bullshit. I don't care about any of the rudiments. I don't care about any of that. I just want to play and be a rock star, be up on stage making millions of dollars. So I did my time with that. And now that I've grown up, I have a very successful swimming pool service and repair company. I now, when I want to learn something on here, I have the patience to actually learn it because I've already done the hard work. Now, yeah, breaking shit down sucks when I have to go slow, but I know the outcome. And I know that that's how I got to where I'm at now. Was I beat the shit out of myself a little bit over the past. You should have seen me over the last 2-3 years. I really beat the hell out of myself over the last 3 years to get to where I am. And I've made a lot of progress. I walked away for a few years, probably about 4 or 5 years. And once I came back, I got serious again, and I started developing. I started, bettering my playing. It's usually how it happens. There will be times I'll walk away. Like all last summer, I didn't come up, and we didn't have time. I was busy as shit with pools. It was really hot up here, and I was just like, all right, yeah, I'm not going to go up. Well, not going up all summer, I came back up here and I started playing again when it got cooler, and I was like, wow, all right, I haven't lost a thing. It started gaining. So I am a rare breed because of that, though, okay, because my dad did all the hard work, all right? Don't get me wrong. I had hard work to do and still do. When you're trying to break down independence and coordination, oh my God, some of that is crazy. Okay. Sorry, I needed that. So, basically, in order to play double bass, you have to get both of your feet working together independently. Okay? What I mean by that is they have to be able to each do their part, but they have to be able to be in unison. So working together separately. Does that make sense? All right. Drums are the single hardest instrument to play. And it's because of trying to separate all four limbs to do something completely different. All right. I can't even do all of it. There's a lot I can do. But there's some, and I can't even pinpoint what I can do. I just do it. All right. Does anybody have any questions on any of that? if you go online and you look up stuff for getting started on double bass, you're going to see so much stuff out there. My recommendation is don't do that for a little while. I mean, if you want to do it, go look, but don't let it consume you, because there's all kinds of videos out there of, oh, you want to put your feet here and you want to do the slide technique and you want to, you want to do this and you want to do that and you want to I'm telling you, don't go down that rabbit hole right away. Learn how to play first. Get your bases down for the double bass. Get your feet working independently together and make it sound good. Get it to where it's second nature. When you jump behind a kit, your feet should automatically go there, and you should just be able to bam, like that. Not even think about it. Just bam, right in. Okay? Once you get to that point, if you want to start looking into other things, yeah, then you're going to have to practice that. If you want to look at other things, go look at it. But like I said, don't let it consume you. All right, because there's a lot of information out there. No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying because some of it can be really confusing. All right, believe me, I've been there. I've gone down that rabbit hole while I was learning, and I'm still learning. You're never done learning. Drums, you're never done. We're never done learning any instrument, but drum, you're never done learning. All right. Again, are there any questions? Damn. Do I have any drummers in here? Why the fuck? Okay, not sure why that did that. Well, we'll leave it there. I don't know why the hell that moved like that. I didn't touch it. Drummer's wife, does that count? So wrong. Alright, I don't know why the hell that moved like that. And it's not letting me move it back. Alright. Don't know why that moved like that. Yeah, I know. The logo, moved by itself. I don't know why. It is what it is. I'm not going to end the live to move the logo now. What was I going to say? Now I don't remember. All right, are there any questions on anything we talked about? I want to make sure you guys understand the concept. Hopefully the guy that asked me the question sees this, and because I don't know if he was on here. I don't know his. I only know his name was Paul. I didn't know his actual name. His name was Paul. So. See if I can get this logo to fucking move. What the fuck? I don't know why that logo even moved. I have no fucking clue, but I can't get it to move while I'm on the live. So, all right. Well, if there's no questions, I guess I can get rocking and rolling. Everybody have a great night. Be safe. Thank you all for tuning in that did. I hope that answered some of your questions. I hope that helps some of you out with double bass and how to get into playing it. Just like I said, keep patience. Yeah, I don't, yeah, whatever. It's patience. And like I said, a click track wouldn't hurt. Or, like I said, play to your favorite songs and put double bass in certain areas, especially in like choruses. Put double bass in the chorus. Even if it's not fast, don't do fast. Do just in time. So in other words, if you're playing... Just go... Nothing's changed. All you did was added that left bass drum. See what I'm saying? So, 1, 3, 1, 3. That's the single bass. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and or 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's all you got to do. Count. Counting is your best way to know you're landing where you need to be landing. Count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and however you want to do it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 quarter notes, eighth notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, however you want to do it. But that's going to help you. Trust me. All right. If there's no questions, I'm going to get going, and I'm going to go chill. I haven't really felt that good today, so I'm going to go chill. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be back to my fuckery self again, and I'll be able to play some tunes for you. I didn't play today. I got the pedal, got this pedal. This pedal's brand new, by the way. My other one broke. So I went and got this one last night, and I got this one pretty much dialed in, but I'll mess with it again tomorrow and actually play some songs tomorrow. Maybe live, I don't know yet, but we'll see. All right? Everybody have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate you guys are badass. Love yous to death. And we will see you on the next go around, which will be sometime tomorrow. All right, everybody have a great day. Be safe. We'll talk to y'all soon.